Yo, listen up. There's been a seismic shift in the UFC Flyweight division, and if you're sleeping on this, you're missing out. For years, that GOAT conversation was closed, locked under Demetrious Mighty Mouse Johnson. 11 straight title defenses, mind-bending technique, absolute dominance. But guess what? That narrative just cracked because Alexandre Pantoja has quietly, and I mean masterfully, broken every major record Mighty Mouse set. And he's doing it against elite, hungry competition at 35 years old. Yeah, I said it. The flyweight GOAT crown might have found a new home. So pull up a seat. We're breaking this down from stats, style, to the next monster on deck, and why this isn't just hype, it's history in motion. All right, let's roll back to UFC 317. Picture this. Pantoja steps in to face Kai Reframed, a high-octane striker with speed, power, and swagger. He didn't just win, he bashed a choke around his neck like he was tightening a Christmas present. That win gave him 4 consecutive title defenses, which already speaks volumes. Now, check this. He holds 14 UFC Flyweight wins. That's more than Mighty Mouse's 13. And he's piled on 8 finishes and 6 submissions, all flyweight records. And remember, he did it all at age 35. A weight class where reflexes fade by 31, most guys start dialing back. Pantoja started dialing up. This isn't a passing moment, it's late career ferocity. Let's keep it real. Stats, margin well, if you fight nobodies. Pantoja didn't do that. Royval tapped in round 3. Urseg controlled on the feet, amazed on the ground. Asakura snapped him early with a choke. Cara France choked out in the 3rd round again. 4 straight defenses, all against tough top 10 or 15 opponents. This isn't resume padding, this is warlord mindset. He's not running through guys like a title machine. He's mauling the best. Here's a wild stat. Pantoja has never once been stopped in 35 pro fights. Never KO'd, never TKO'd. That's Bronze Age durability in a lightweight class packed with explosives. Most flyweights are predicted by cardio or striking bursts, not Pantoja. He's like granite, unyielding, formidable. I mean, when he grabs that rear naked choke, it feels like zip tie compression. It's not finesse, it's IOU. Done deal. Time for the face-off. Demetrious Johnson, 11 consecutive title defenses, 13 UFC flyweight wins, 7 finishes, 5 submissions. Alexandre Pantoja, 4 defenses, still climbing, 14 UFC flyweight wins, 8 finishes, 6 submissions. Now, yes, DJ's run was legendary. He built the flyweight foundation from 2012 onward. But look at Pantoja's numbers in a fully mature division with deeper training, more CrossFit sandbox vets, and athletic specialists. Stats say one thing, Pantoja has already passed Johnson in the key flyweight categories, and that's just on paper. Let's talk styles. DJ was fluid. He had wrestler's timing, jiu-jitsu problem solving, legal low kicks, counters. He'd flow you to sleep, then spring that Kimura out of nowhere. It was beautiful, tactical, scalpel in motion. Pantoja is pressure. He's that imposing presence in your brain before you even feel the fist. He eats jabs, he'll absorb your best, then he stops. Grip, squeeze. His BJJ isn't dreamy, it's methodic, and he's got power. 8 knockouts on his resume, which is rare at 125. DJ was ballet with steel in his glove. Pantoja's a freight train with a chokehold. So the argument used to be, go with the OG, 11 defenses, that's hard. But we're altering the frame here. Pantoja has heaped more wins, finishes, subs at flyweight than DJ. He's done it against an era saturated with training, MMA evolution, global competition. He's still active. At an age DJ retired, Pantoja's peak is still ascending. Even Mighty Mouse himself has publicly acknowledged him. No backlash, just respect. This isn't commentary. This is present tense greatness. Hold it to the light and see what it does. Tell me a 35-year-old flyweight who continues hitting legit primes? Most end climbs at the top in their early 30s. Reflexes fade, gas tanks lag, leg kicks pack more power, but Pantoja shrugs that off. He's reinventing longevity in a class where hints of rust cost you belts. That's record pace. Lower weight classes trend younger. He's flipping the script. Here's the next act. Joshua Van, a 23-year-old killer. He ran through Royval like he's the new generation sleeper GOAT king. He fights with youth, speed, knockout threat in either hand, and zero respect for age. That's dangerous for any champion. Van versus Pantoja is fire. Youthful fearlessness versus Silver Fox grit, momentum, swagger, and possibility. If Van wins, this becomes the next GOAT remix. If Pantoja stands tall, the narrative gets locked. Undefeated at 35, still above the pack. Let's zoom out for a second. We're not just talking about a fighter putting up numbers. We're talking about a division finally stepping into its rightful spotlight. And for a long time, the UFC's flyweight division, it was treated like the afterthought, a little brother to bantamweight. People used to say, they're fast, but there's no power, not enough knockouts, not enough drama. Dana White even flirted with shutting it down back in the day. Remember that?
This for the flyweights, man. I hope that did enough to keep this weight division alive.
But then came Demetrious Johnson. He made the division technical and fluid. He brought respect. And now, Pantoja's making it violent, aggressive, dangerous. That shift matters. See, Pantoja's reign is proof the flyweights don't need to rely on novelty to get respect. They can stand on the same ground as lightweights, welterweights, hell, even heavyweights, because they bring the same grit, heart, and finishing power. He's not out here squeaking out decisions. He's ending fights. He's hurting guys. He's showing that 125ers can do everything bigger men can, but at twice the speed and with zero room for error. And here's what makes it even more powerful. Pantoja's doing this at a time when the competition is deeper than ever. These ain't part-time wrestlers or Muay Thai converts trying MMA late. These new wave flyweights are born into this. They've been training MMA as a full system since age 12. So when Pantoja rises above that pool, it's not just a title reign, it's a statement to every hater who doubted flyweight. This isn't just a dominant fighter. This is a turning point in the legacy of an entire division. And the scary part? He might not even be done yet. All right, let's lay the cards down. Pantoja's name ain't just floating around the GOAT convo like a trendy hashtag. Nah, he's pulled a chair up to the table and started carving his initials into the wood. And if we're being honest right now, he's got the cleanest resume sitting in that seat. Let's look at what he's done just in the last few years. He beat 2 of the top 5 guys twice. He's broken the win record, the finish record, the submission record, and he's done it all with zero gimmicks, zero media antics, no champ distractions, just showing up, choking people, and walking out clean. But GOAT status ain't just about numbers. It's about era, it's about context. Demetrious Johnson, for all his greatness, was doing this when the division was still growing. He was fighting guys who were elite for the time, but they weren't as well-rounded as today's killers. There wasn't a Joshua Van, a Manio Cape, or a Tatsuro Taira lurking in every corner. Pantoja, he's swimming in deep water every fight. And he's not just surviving, he's thriving. When you compare reigns, it's not just about title defenses anymore. It's about what those defenses meant. DJ gave us innovation, no doubt, but Pantoja's given us evolution. He's not just defending a belt, he's redefining what greatness looks like at 125 pounds. Think about that. The man went from under-the-radar grappler to potentially the best flyweight to ever step in the octagon, and he did it in his mid-30s. In a young man's division, with the pressure of legacy on his back and an army of rising stars nipping at his heels. So if you're still holding on to the idea that Johnson is untouchable, I get it. But understand this, Pantoja didn't just earn your attention, you earned your acknowledgement. And if he beats Joshua Van next, that conversation we're having right now about who the flyweight GOAT really is, it ends. So here's where we leave it. You just watched the numbers, you saw the finishes, you heard the names. Pantoja isn't creeping into the GOAT conversation. He's walking in front and center and snatching the mic. And yeah, I know Demetrious Johnson was that guy. He built this weight class from the ground up. 11 straight defenses, highlight reels that still hit like poetry in motion. He was the gold standard for so long that fans almost forgot there could ever be another one. But greatness evolves. That's the beauty of the fight game. Pantoja isn't just standing on DJ's shoulders. He's stepping past him. He's finishing more fights. He's beating deeper competition. He's breaking records in a division that's way more dangerous than it was 10 years ago. And the man's 35. This isn't about legacy anymore. It's about what's happening right now. You either see it or you're about to miss the run of a lifetime. So let me ask you straight up, is Alexandre Pantoja already the greatest flyweight we've ever seen, or does Mighty Mouse still hold that belt in your heart? Hit the comments. I want to hear it all. The stats, the takes, the receipts, bring them. Don't just watch, join the debate. And if this video broke it down the way nobody else is doing it, go ahead and smash that like, hit subscribe so you don't miss what we got coming next, because Joshua Van is hungry and that fight's going to be a legacy test. And you know I'll be right here breaking it down before, during, and after the dust settles. This is Reggie Cross holding it down for Behind the Lines, where we don't just talk fights, we talk moments, legacy, the truth behind the punchlines. And remember, hype fades, legacy don't. Catch y'all on the next ones. Peace. 745